here in mid-Michigan. We're so lucky to be home of the Capitol, but that Capitol is old and in need of some care.
And right now it's getting the care it needs, and Claudia Sella went to talk to the people who are behind it all. Let's take a look.
It's been more than 150 years since architects first broke ground on Michigan's third and final Capitol building. And it would take nearly a decade before the state's new 139-room Capitol would be ready in 1879. Since its completion, its state-of-the-art craftsmanship, elegance, and ornate detail have stood the test of time as one of America's finest examples of Victorian architecture. But today, I'm on my way to the Capitol building because I hear it's getting a much-needed tune-up, a little TLC if you will, and I want to see it.
There she is, in all her glory.
But first, I'm meeting with Rob Blackshaw to get a better understanding of what I'm about to see. He's the man behind the project, and one of the most passionate preservationists I've ever met. He's dedicated the past 30 years of his career to this building, and now he's undertaking his biggest project yet.
Here we are now working on what we call our first decorative surface kickoff project, and it is the biggest one of them all. We're adding over 40 tons of scaffolding in the interior of the dome, all the way from the ground floor, all the way to the stars. And the next year we're going to be able to clean all the surfaces, repaint a lot of the decorative surfaces. The allegorical paintings that are up there, we're going to actually have conservators coming from the East Coast, clean them, make sure they're re-adhered to the surfaces, and by the time we're done this time next year and the scaffolding comes down, it'll look amazing.
And since I couldn't imagine what 40 tons of scaffolding looks like, I went up and up and up the Victorian staircases, until I found an elevator, of course, to take a look. It will cost $3 million, but this project is worth it. It's painstaking, and only the best of the best architects and conservationists have been brought in to do it.
It isn't just going up and repainting a wall like you do at your house. There's surfaces that have been there for 144 years, from 1879 till now. We're going to put UV protection on the windows up there because on an August day, you can have a 50 or 55 degree differential on the surface temperature from morning to night. So you imagine it's tin, the expansion and contraction of that tin with the paint on it, and it's evident where the paint spalls or delaminates and comes off. When you get up there, you realize there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Normal wear and tear is to be expected in the building, but dust and water are the building's #1 enemies. Conservationists will be cleaning as they go, making sure it's better protected too. They'll be painting, restoring, and strengthening the building for the next year.
It prolongs the life expectancy of the painted surfaces and the services that they're adhered to. So it's really important, and even before we have painters go up there, we have teams who do feasibility studies and studies of all the different surfaces and create a plan even before we bring them on.
It's decades and decades of work finally unfolding. But Blackshaw says he would do it all again.
You're looking at me with a smile on my face. It's the passion of this place. That a tour group comes in and they were in awe. We love hearing that anecdotal feedback because it feeds us in our passion, saying, yes, we're doing it the right way. The other mantra that we have with our staff here says we don't settle for good enough. We try to make sure we take it to the highest bar, because when they built this building, that's the bar they set.
So cool.
I know, how exciting. I especially like her going up, 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 and away.
Yeah, because we don't really get to see that, and it's so important that they're renovating because it's so iconic.
I know.
But there's a lot of work, and they have to be very careful. So very cool to get that inside scoop.
That's right. Thanks, Claudia.